jaw is a burning bridge. Move your hips. Let the ghost of the boulevard littered with lonely hearts. City like a graveyard. Once was a postcard. But when you lose your wonder and you can't remember when we were living in the days of thunder. 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 Love was a dream to have, was a king-size bed, was an escape plan, was an open hand. Now it's a dog from hell, it's a dream you sell, it's an epitaph, it's a photograph.
Yeah, but the morning's just beginning. It's nice though. It's like the COVID experience.
City like a graveyard. Once was a
Street to yourself, walk around.
lose your wonder
Better than a gym.
and you can't remember.
More interesting.
We were living in the days of thunder. Living in the days of thunder.
You stay down the street on Bonanza? By choice? So my phone's been acting up. I've got a new one on the way. That was part of the reason why I'm late. It's basically lost. It's almost a year old. Actually, like 3 or 4 days short of a year old. It's failing to detect when it's opening and closing. It's not a C or anything. It's just some sensors acting up. So it's black screening. So if I end short or something, I can't tell. Or if I miss comments. So randomly black screen. I have a phone that'll be arriving on Monday. So. And also I knew there was nothing going on down here tonight. Yeah, when you can't, like, there, because what happens is they'll go black and then I'll open it back up, flip it, open and close a few times, and it'll just stay black screened. I mean, who does that? You come down here to flex up at 6 a.m.? Ooh, just so the homeless have something to aspire to get someday. You remember that guy? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really, I was down around, I was looking, it just wasn't feeling it. The blocks, it's even blocked off too for all this. Besides, I've been enjoying the quieter streams. It's been more interesting. I don't know, I've been up awake a lot lately, just mulling over what I want to do. Job-wise, career-wise, just shit going on in the country, in the world. I'll give you a good example. I was reading a news story this morning while having my healthy BM, one of them, in Des Moines. So I'm from Iowa. If you're Iowans, I don't know if you heard of this story. A superintendent in Des Moines, Iowa, got iced. He's like one of their, like, of 40,000 students, this guy, by all accounts and measures, has been transparent. He had He had a hunting rifle gun charge back in 2020. He had So, I mean, and that's not a big deal. In Iowa, you know, big fucking deal. Everyone's got, fuck, I've been hunting. I had my first hunting rifle at 12. Anyway, but he had been a pillar of the community and for education of the community, and now he's going to be held in a detention center until he's possibly sent back. Because they decided to basically pull the rug out from under him. I mean, you've got a community. It's so hard to find good people nowadays in education, and this guy, he didn't do anything else. You know, he didn't violate anybody, he didn't hurt, he didn't make anything like that. It has been nothing but an upstanding citizen, to the point that there were even protesters on his behalf. You know how hard it is to motivate Iowans to give a shit about that type of stuff? Oh, they've also got one more on the strip, by the way. Another White Castle. Actually, I'm going to restart this one. I like this one. Ah, very cool. SEMA is always fun. Though they could use some people to teach them how to airbrush again. That talent is slowly dying. They're doing it for like some of the complicated low riders and all the taped off shit. Yes, it's an art, but I've always been good at freehand. Building an F-450? Well, I'll share where my tragedy wound up. I spent over $40,000 on a failed classic car. So here's my story that I don't tell as often and may or may not share again. I had a 78 Chevy K10 Blazer, which is the Blazer. It was a Cheyenne edition. I found it for $4,000 on Craigslist, and I just wanted the shell. I really just needed to make sure everything was there. Bought it from a guy. Turns out it had a racing engine in it. It was built by a company out here they had some good notoriety, but turned out to be a little bit of con artists. I spent $10,000 rebuilding the engine, had to go turn the 350 into a Stroker 383, got Jones Performance pulley system, Jones Performance transmission, had a new drivetrain built, had 456 rears. What else did I do? Had 15-inch Mickey Thompson wheels, 31-inch tires. I had upholstery flown in from Scotland that matches close to my family tartan because they didn't have it exactly, but I got close. I had the entire exterior. I had it painted that DuPont Kevlar paint. That's good for, like, if you're going through brush or anything like that. So blue DuPont Kevlar paint in the exterior. I had the top painted black. I had it all de-chromed. I put MOVE bumpers, M-O-V-E bumpers. They're large, like basically industrial Mad Max style bumpers for the front and the back. And then we got to the carb and hull and all that stuff. I had hold on. I had a Holley Stinger, 1300 CFM, something like that. Anyway, I can't remember where the hell it was. But it was a, $1,300. It was also a $1,300 part. The fucking mechanic couldn't learn. He didn't know how to tune the carburetor. He fucking, that's where whatever combination of shit he had to do, he wasn't competent enough to do it, and that's where everything stopped. So it basically became a $40,000 paperweight. I sold it for about $6,000. It's still sitting at a place. I know what would you call it? It's like a tire shop here in Vegas. The owner bought it. Didn't do anything with it. So it's still sitting in his parking lot. If I had to do over again, I had to just throw an LS3 in there. I was being way too ambitious. I fucking thought this guy could handle the shit. I wound up tuning it better than he did and got rid of it. Yeah, it is a shame. I mean, really, I had no bullshit. But you know what? I've known guys that have spent a hell of a lot more than 40 or 50,000 on their cars that are now sitting doing nothing. I don't feel bad. I took it as an education. I paid attention. I was at the shop watching them build this thing from the ground up for me until we got to the stopping point. So I've used that and saved myself equally $10,000 in labor on my Ranger. So there's balances. It balances out a little bit, but it doesn't make me feel better. But now I'm ambitious enough. I'm doing it the right way and doing. Oh, wait a minute, dude! This is the guy that was arrested. Why? Because nobody else has that haircut down here. This is the guy that was arrested the other night. And he's talking to nobody. He's talking to nobody. He was with the cops last night in front of the cruiser. Anyway, but no, with this Ranger, instead of 40 grand, I know I can spend 10 grand and get a new engine, transmission, and rear end. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking it as a lesson. You know what? Guys spend a lot more on less. It's the cost of trying to do shit you want with cars. You know? Anybody who's ever done more than one will tell you, you never get the value you put into it. It's where a lot of sentimental value comes in. I mean, honestly, why would some of these old white dudes have $60,000 and $70,000 vehicles that they sit in their garage and they drive down to Eastern for Saturday morning cars and coffee? You know, they polish the thing once a week out here and go to some car club, and somehow that is what they have. I guess that's what they have reconciled as their great achievement in life. To have something, or maybe they hang out with other car guys, and like I don't see these. I have hung out with these guys, and they don't talk about much. They just sit and fucking hang out and sit in front of their cars and watch people go by. I mean, it's a weird rhythm to get into, to me. Well, yeah, if you can do it when you're 85, fuck, I hope it'll make it that long. But I mean, some of them, there's a point where it feels like that's where they attach their identity, and I never wanted to be that way. And that's why I always felt that I wouldn't really belong in the car community, because I never got passionate enough about something that I didn't have control over like that. It's a car, it's gonna sit, it's gonna rust, you know, it's crazy. Thought Vegas never slept. Well, the locals don't. If you go inside these casinos here, you'll see ready dealers, and you've got, you know, maintenance guys and everything else. So that's where all the locals are. That's where they don't sleep. My brain was being overactive this morning, so I've been awake a long time. Yeah, and like I said, the shows are great. But okay, the guys who go into those shows rarely, number one, have one vehicle. My problem is I could never get into car culture just having the multiples. I would always want to be a car builder. Like, I have zero interest in the completed project after it's completed. Yay, it's done. Take a picture. Let's go on to the next thing. You know, I know my work. You know, I've done a few cars on my own since, just little shit and motorcycles over the time, and customized them, and it used to have more value to me than it does. It's more now that I know it's a skill and I can do it anywhere. The fuck do I care what happens out of it? I can build anything I want. I can do whatever I want. I just need the money. Then that's where the hardest part of it is. My wife could not My wife could not function without coffee. I, on the other hand, am quite different. What the hell? Oh, that's a pre-roll. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but here's what bothers me. You've got the guys that are passionate about it, that do their shit on the weekends, and again, they establish those cultures. Great for them. It gives them something to do. You get the solidarity. No shade through it. I have no interest in being a part of it, because the stuff that they value, little touches here and there, where maybe, you know, they dive down rabbit holes in the different, you know, packages that were offered on cars and all that stuff, you know, as if it's a form of notoriety that they were somehow able to find this car and, you know, whatever. And then you've got guys like Jay Leno and Jeff Dunham and hell, even Bill Hornbuckle here in Vegas, who has thousands of cars apparently. You know, these guys who have millions and don't, like Jeff Dunham, who redid the Wraith car, the Charlie Sheen movie, The Wraith. If you're a car fan, you know. And he bought, you know, Jeff Dunham didn't even know anything about the movie and decides to go and build this Wraith car. To me, that's like superficial bullshit. He's like, oh, he was so taken by the community and the fanfare around the car that he just decided to buy one. Well, great, you don't give a shit, but now you want to be part of the cool kids club. You know, that's what I hate. I hate millionaires and billionaires that just buy their way. It's like, what is it? Ready Player One, where that CEO of IOI is in there and just basically a poser. I don't mind it for the people that spend the money that build on themselves. That's impressive. But guys just buy the shit and store it in a fucking, you know, on a rack somewhere and somehow make that as part of their, you know, their collection of accomplishments in life. Can you just shush? Can you fucking go on someone else? Yeah, Danny's cool, but he's built a lot of his own too. Yeah, exactly. And if you, the ones if you restore them yourself, absolutely, 100%. Or you walk around to Vegas and shush. Oh, I thought you were like shush, like fuck you. You can do whatever you want. You can certainly try. You'd be surprised what you can get away with. Just don't be obvious. Yeah, and those guys, like I said, I have mad respect. I don't have respect for the ones that own hundreds of cars, dozens of cars, and like it's just, it'll get a mile a month on it, you know, fucking drive them. They're supposed to deteriorate. It's supposed to be a depreciating item. We're supposed to, I don't think cars should be preserved like people preserve them. Like people that buy them and put them in a barn, what are you doing, you know? I mean, if you do have means and you want to drive a car every day and you were you know, if you were a Nigerian prince that had millions of dollars, like all of them that I hear about, and wanted 300 cars, one so you could drive every day and followed through on that, then great. But the ones that buy them and store them, and that's all they'll ever be, I hate people like that. I can't stand that. It's such a waste. If it's a museum, some piece, sure. But, or take pictures, whatever, document it, but use the shit out of it, you know? Otherwise, what have you done? It becomes a bullshit appreciating value. Then it becomes a tool for the market to fluctuate. at their whim. You know, it's not actually a more valuable vehicle. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. They're holding the camera for each other. Hold on, we'll get some music going. Probably more rain today. I hope. Don't be scared. What are you talking about? They're having a private moment. I mean, if you want to see some scary places, we can go there if you'll pay attention. Well, there's a point where it becomes rude. Go to the hotel that the shooting happened at. Which one? You know how many we've had in the last few weeks? You know how many that haven't hit the papers? Hell, gas stations is happening at now. Why do you even have to go into the casinos? Where am I? Well, here's a good guess.
Excuse me, sir.
It's a puppy.
By the way, if you didn't happen to already know, there's a new Waylon Jennings album coming out.
There's a new Waylon Jennings
Brand
album.
new
Have
Waylon
you heard?
Jennings album coming up.
Have
this
you heard
week.
it? Have you heard it
I
yet?
have. It's called Songbird.
Can you sing it for us?
Can't tell you, but keep an eye out.
For Waylon
Next
Jennings.
5 days, brand new Waylon Jennings.
I will
Shooter,
I
he's
will
the first
download
of
it.
three. It's
The first of three? Do you know what
Brand new.
when are
You've
the
never
next two
heard it.
coming out?
Well, actually, I have heard it.
You've heard it.
I have heard it. It's Songbird.
Songbird. Can you sing us a part of Songbird?
I'm gonna play it right now. Hold on. Move it! My Spotify.
Okay.
Where my new Waylon? Where my new Waylon?
That is an awesome phone, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Waylon. Good gospel of Mr. Waymore.
Oh, your first right there.
There you go. Where's the news?
Highwayman #1. Absolutely. Well done, sir.
Songbird.
Songbird. All right.
Let's
Let's
it's 4 days now.
4 days.
4 days. We got new Waylon coming up.
Hell
Here
yeah.
we go. You ready?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Well, which one is that? That's Songbird. It should be playing.
The cowboy.
There we
All
go.
right, there you go.
There we go.
All right.
I'm a cowboy that came here from Texas just to play you my music. That's all.
Outstanding. Very simple man.
As Waylon should
Very
be.
cool.
His
Careful
son-
crossing.
His son put this together.
Yeah?
Put together 3 albums from the
Never previously released?
The legacy tracking.
Nice.
All the buddies hanging out. All the Waymores.
Badass. I'll check it out, boss.
Check it out.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Brand new Waylon Jennings.
Thank you, brother. I have no idea what just happened there. I think we became best friends. Go to this Treasure Island smoke shop so I can see what kind of wax pens they have. The fuck? Totally feeling it. Totally feeling it this morning. I will absolutely be looking up Waylon Jennings. On the other hand, no, the new wax pens and everything, I would recommend going to an actual organics retail product company. Like maybe, Hardin or Thrive. They have Thrive on Main Street. Actually, if you go on, I think that most people don't appreciate how well good Main Street is. That's the problem. Something happened here. Was she abducted? What do you think? Did they just pick her off the street and say, bloop, that's it? we're taking this one. And they got her and left. I'm a country music guy or rock, as if those are I like both types of music, both country and western. She got something. That was it. No, my music tastes are very broad. I'll tell you at least. Here's 5 genres of music and like my top 5 artists. So back when I was a teenager, and this probably 12 to 15, I started listening to techno. Eskimos in Egypt. Let's see, these are techno bands. Eskimos in Egypt, JD Plastic Dreams. That song is heard a lot. Like, it fucking carried over. Kind of like Darude Sandstorm did, but it was before that. Alien. I was also in 16 to 18. I was into goth. I started like Switchblade Symphony, Alien Sex Fiend, Cannibal Corpse, Cradle of Filth. Let's see, where else? The Cruise Shadows, which is a band, I think, out of the Midwest. Who else? My Scarlet Life was another one. Then on the metal side, it was more Pantera, Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, you know, the top popular ones. Then on country side, it was everything Garth Brooks and prior, like prior to 1994. So Loretta Lynn, Waylon Jennings, hell, even Chris Christopherson, Merle Haggard. Even older than that, like 60s and 50s, Frank Sinatra, Nina Simone, Count Basie. Back into the 40s and 30s with Glenn Miller Band and everything. I listened by generation to a lot of different groups, and I focused on those. I didn't just have a playlist that had all of those together. I would, here's my 40s playlist, here's my 50s playlist. 60s and 70s, it was classic rock, but I was a big I don't know if I'd say myself as a big Janis Joplin fan, but I liked her music. I mean, obviously Pink Floyd, Rolling Stones. I liked a lot of solo artists. Probably one of my favorite solo artists is Leonard Cohen. So, no shit. Which one? The comedian? Which comedian? Was that Hammer? Or is he a headliner here? The only one I see down here a lot is Hammer. Well, Mike Hammer, another one. Hey, good morning from Scotland. All right, here's my Scottish joke for you. I'll tell you a Scottish joke when I go down to the alley here. We'll head down the alley. Club still open? No. The club's usually closed by about 5 a.m. All right, here's my Scottish joke. I don't know if I can flip the camera around here. Yay! All right. Hi, my name is Angus. Do you see that bridge over there? It took me 6 months to build that bridge. I hadn't carved every piece. Do they call me Angus the Bridge Builder? No. Do you see that home? Do you see that home over there? It took me 2 years to build that home through the rain, the sleet, and the pouring weather. I nearly died. But do they call me Angus the home builder? No. But you fuck one sheep. I just kind of wanted to see what that's. I'm getting nosy this morning. We gotta be shit for their business down here. Looks like they're widening the sidewalk, or I'm sorry, widening the street, and they're gonna lose a bit. It's actually a great place to eat, Carson's Kitchen. I don't know if you can, well, should be able to see him. Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Are there any positions that pay over 100K in the legal market? A lot of positions that pay over 100K. Not starting out, though. I mean, most lawyers, I tell you what, that's one of the few things that Nevada does, or UNLV does well. About the only thing. They do law and hospitality well. Medicine, CSN. Computers, CSN. Like, they are so far behind on other things. But no, they know how to pump out lawyers. I mean, most of the positions I see right now that are needed are in financial law and compliance. There's also, I've seen a lot of postings on Indeed in the area for legal ethics committees. Like, if you want to get into cannabis and want to pursue legal that way, you can easily make over 100K a year in law. I mean, like I said, even ethics, compliance, all those positions pay well over 100. Hell, as a business analyst, I was making 110. It smells like fire out here. I'm not kidding. Like, it's not burnt toast, but it's definitely fire. So I'm kind of going to see if you're listening for any fire trucks. It'd have to be within a block from here, maybe 2. I'm coming up on Fremont and 6th. This is the other side of Container Park, though. If you ever get a chance to come down here, it's a fun place. It's a little pricey, but it's a cool place. So here's the rules. The no outside food or beverages, they're not going to stop you if you're bringing in water. Don't worry about that. If you bring bottles of water in, they're not going to do anything. If security tries to stop you, just don't fucking bother. But if you're bringing in alcohol or anything like that, yeah, they're gonna have it. So, but you've got, for kids, you've got that whole jungle gym on the left. I mean, it goes all the way up to the top here. How's the economy? Depends on your income. I mean, okay, I'll just do open-ended questions. Well, the economy, we had that fallout back in 2007, 2008. I personally lost $150,000 value in a home in a year and a half. And I walked away, said, fuck that shit. You know, the last 5 years have been a little rough. Most people out here are resorting to buying luxury apartments or these luxury condos that do not appreciate in value by any significant amount whatsoever. In fact, if you look ones like Newport Lofts and years ago, Panorama, some of those started off at what, 800,000 to 1.5 million, and then dropped to 500,000 because they couldn't get enough people to buy into it. See, a problem with Vegas is they bet with the streak. They expect people to keep betting more and buying more and risking more. But people don't have that kind of money right now. En masse. People don't have those spare dollars that they used to. So that's why tourism is down. Why? Because we're in an unstable economy. And this is why, if you consider for a moment that what Vegas bases its economy on. You're on tourism, customer service, and leisure, basically. Entertainment and leisure is what Vegas is known for. And when people don't have the money for entertainment or leisure, because those are low priority items or less than food, you know, there becomes a problem. So if your business model is dependent upon the economy doing well, but instead you exploit people by gouging them prices and get everything you can while you can, you shorten the lifespan of that economy and it becomes unstable. This isn't basic finance, really. This is just observations. You don't need to go to a financial school or get a degree to understand the concepts. Now, the metrics involved, sure, you would need to be a buy data analyst to understand it. But it's there. Yeah, exactly, bro. And I feel you. These are the people that I want here. I want you to tell the stories. We're going to build a community. Maybe we can help each other through it. Put out your stories. So apparently there's something going on down here. Apparently this must be where all the action is. I was a block away. I don't consider gas prices down and stock market all-time high and unstable. Gas prices are not down, and stock market at an all-time high only benefits those who have the money to buy into that stock market, you see. You're leaving an entirely social demographic and vis-a-vis likely a marginalized demographic out of the game because you think everything's good because the stock market keeps rising. Sure, run with that. Yeah, see, wouldn't it be better to have a lower stock market, but more small and mid-sized businesses to have our variety back? How many items are disappearing off the supermarket shelves that you loved? You know how hard it is for me to find tiger sauce anymore? I mean, there's shit. What's happening is there are analytics that are coming in that are doing mass research on the products we consume, and the products we consume are not going to be based on what variety and the brilliance, innovation and creativity that people come up with. It's simply going to be what the mob mentality wants, what most people want. So what you do is you shave the top off that bell curve and it becomes very boring and stale. the extreme artists, the creators, those ones that, you know, inspire others and give taste to your life, a little bit of flavor, they're going to be gone because they're not going to be able to get their voices heard, or they're not going to see the value or want to put the effort into it because of how everyone else has their boot on their neck. Ta-da! It's not complicated. It really isn't. Maybe it is complicated and I'm just simply putting it. I don't know. If you don't have investment, then that's on the individual. You can get a 401k, fast working food. Do you understand how naive that statement is? Seriously, like, it sounds like you're maybe 25, 26 years old. You've had one full-time job in your life that you're going to stay with forever. And then that's it. That's going to be your 401k. You understand 401ks have changed, and they're also dependent on the whim of the company, and the companies aren't giving the customers, the patrons, the ones that are buying into it, the best rates that they're getting, plus they're giving them a reduced rate on the match nowadays, like less than 6%. I mean, if you want to make the blanket statement, oh, well, you should do 401k, that's boring and naive. You'd be better at doing all yourself in some type of Fidelity mutual fund rather than a 401k. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna put that argument to the side because obviously it's been shown not to have value. But going on that same token, as far as someone's retirement goes, out here in Las Vegas, you'd be better off doing land like I have and homes, because I flipped 3 homes in the last 5 years and got $200,000 worth of value out of it. I don't know of any 401k that's going to come close to that with the minimal investment that I had. Real estate would far outweigh any investment otherwise. Your home is going to have value. But the problem is, you're not going to be able to get your home. People can't buy homes out here in Vegas now. You got 7% interest, and your average 2-bedroom, 2-bath home is over $300,000. You can't do $300,000 comfortably on $40,000, $50,000 a year, which is what you're getting at $20 an hour Walmart. I don't think as someone who's I'm more into real estate. I've done stocks in the past, but I'm more, like I said, more into mutual funds. I would be long-term, and it's very boring. I'm going to make quicker moves than stock market. I have, and maybe if I want to retire someday, I'll throw some in there, but it's not going to be part of my nest egg. We're not doing great right now, but I mean, my mom has nothing. Joy's mom, they have like 3 or 4 homes that'll get divided amongst the kids. She'll probably get the share, and then there's a couple other homes that I think Bio Dad has. Like, he has at least one home paid off, and it's confusing if he has something else hidden. So we'll figure that out someday, but this is for the marathon today, I guess. But no, as far as the job goes, here's the thing too. If you're making $20, $25 an hour, basically under $50,000, $60,000 a year, many of the people then with families, they're not looking at their 401k portfolio. They're looking at food stamps. So this is the start of the marathon today, I guess. They're setting up for it. Probably a 5K. See if we can find out which one. There's a lot of police presence for a marathon. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. At least 15, 20 cruisers here so far. That whole back row is cruisers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. This is on, I think we're at 10th. 10th in Fremont? Yeah. Oh, 9th. 9th in Fremont. Oh, man. What'd I do? Oh, I made the beef jerky yesterday. The beef jerky came out good. I'm going to sell some of that today, so I've got to drop some of that off. I've got like 4 pounds of an order that I'm dropping off over at one of the dispos. Other than that, probably just hanging around the house, mowing the lawn. Sunday is kind of wifey and mine's day together, since we don't have the kids are with their bio dad on Thursdays and Sundays. So we are very fortunate that we get at least 2 days a week by ourselves. It goes a long way, especially one of them being a weekend day. So probably going. How about you? Yeah. I tell you what, I genuinely want to see. I would just speed walk through one. I wonder if I could speed walk through one of these as fast as someone, not a higher runner, but you know, getting mid-pack just as fast as I walk. Because I can do 5 miles in my sleep. I could stream the whole thing and talk to people. It wouldn't bother me. This is Vegas. So it's called the Vegas Strong 5K. Yeah, that's. But how old are they again? How old are your grandsons again? I'll tell you what, I have spent so much of my adult life trying to get back to the fishing and lakeside life that I lived as a kid in Iowa. That makes sense. I mean, at least he's, you know, not having any problems. At least they're not out in trouble anywhere. Christ, you know how many... We've got so many kids and issues out here in Vegas right now in the school district. Every month, we are seeing some gym teacher, some principal, some substitute teacher getting busted in Clark County. It's been that way for the last several months now. For some inappropriate action of some kind. Nice. Yeah, seriously though. I've got a friend who did that too. I mean, good for he did that for his sister's kids. He at 30 years old pretty much bit in when they were like infant and a couple toddlers because his sister had a lot of problems, had a lot of nose problems, and amongst other things. And so he took custody of them, and they've been doing great. I think they're probably 9 or 10 now. It's been a while, but yep, Clark County, Wisconsin. That's where we are. No, but I applaud anybody that's going to do that. I mean, any stepdad like myself that tries to step in or guardian. I'm having a struggle with mine. I mean, it's very difficult as a stepdad to overcome that bio dad link. The problem is he's kind of a hoarder. The end of the day, he's helped us out when we've needed it on ways that I care not to money-wise when we absolutely needed it on a time which we can never repay. But he's really not a great father. Like he's only got money. He's been a store manager at a store for 26 years. Think about that. A grocery store manager for 26 years. It's his first job. Actually, I think he's the past 30 years now. 26 years was years ago. He's probably 30 years at the same job as a store manager. and never did more, never went up. And his house is paid off and everything, and he does it. He basically spends his time gaming, or he likes to buy he likes to support a lot of Kickstarter campaign stuff. So you'll see a bunch of boxes of D&D and all these other expansion packs in his house that have never been opened. If something happens to this guy, like if he passes, it's going to take us 6 months to fucking pull everything out of that house and catalog it and sell it. Yeah, it's going to be a task. We're going to be giving up a lot in profit because I ain't touching that shit. That's what I need to do. I need to do alcoholic donuts like this dude. Just get one of these and do my alcohol-infused donuts and lemonade. I could do that. That's a small size truck. My Ranger will pull something like that. Well, I'm down here late, but hey, we got to see some action. I just was not feeling it at 2 a.m. I woke up at like 1, 2, and I'm like, My phone was acting up. I was like, I don't really want to fucking do this. Boomers leaving Gen X with a net loss. I keep hearing the same story. You're 100% correct. But do you know why? Do you know why that it was? I guess we're starting in an hour, or this is a countdown until the explosion. I don't know how this works. Is this just gonna explode in an hour? How does this work? Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering. What is that? Fucking Marvin the Martian? Where's the kaboom? There is supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Yeah, the biggest problem that we have in IT with, like, hold on, let me get some music here. I am in Nevada, it was a joke. So the biggest problem that we face in Nevada when it comes to like the whole Gen X versus Boomer thing in IT anyway, the problem is that it's a difference in learning. So for those of you paying attention, here's some context. Consider that boomers, when they went to college, when they went to school, all right, when they were growing up in the 50s and 60s, all right, the idea was you go to a trade school or you go to high school, you get your profession, you figure out whatever, you spend the first 20 years figuring out whatever the fuck you want to do. Then from 20 to 40, you spend the next 20 years mastering it. If you want to be an electrician, if you want to be a carpenter, if you want to be an HVAC, if you want to be any of these things, these service industry necessary qualified skills. And this is, you know, not everybody wanted to be it, but for intents, you'll see the context. So they went out, they got their degrees, and it was taught that they had to get their degree to succeed. And that's what employers looked for. Well, the problem is, in the early 90s, when the interwebs was made public, like I remember having the first instant messaging I experienced in school was about 1993, in like 7th grade. We were some of the first schools one of the first schools to have it in the state. And being able to instant messaging when we're now experiencing, back then we were paying $65. If you wanted to call somebody, let me for you young bloods out there, when you had to call somebody, one, you had to figure out if how bad you wanted to talk to them, okay? Because if they were outside your zip code, which might have been very small, it was going to be a long distance call. On top of that, because you found out if you tried to dial their number without a 1. If you needed a 1 to dial their number, that's long distance. Maybe I could write them a letter. They could get it tomorrow. You know, I could just say hi. I could just tell them what's going on. You would think about these things. Can you imagine not being able to tell someone immediately what you thought about something? Holy shit. And on top of that, if you called them after 5 p.m., you were paying an additional charge. So now it's like you're going from 35, 45 cents a minute to 65 cents a minute. Doesn't seem like much, but if you've ever had a $400 phone bill like I have when I was a kid, you don't think about it. You made the time worth listening to. You told stories. Why? Because you're being charged by the minute. Up until 2007, you were being charged by the minute. Because after the iPhone came out in 2007, that pretty much changed everything. Unlimited data plans and everything were the norm. And that's whenever they launched. But before that, and back in the 90s, that's what happened. You know? You spent more time caring about the conversation and engaging in what the other person had to say. Yeah, the worst one, in 2007, I was actually a store manager of Verizon. That's why I know. I was right when the fucking iPhone came out and obliterated Verizon for the next 5 years. But I had an officer come in one day. He was in civilian clothes. His son had spent a lot of time text messaging his 15-year-old son and his woman's. He had a $1,500 phone bill from text messaging. Text messages were 25 cents each on their plan, and he had thousands of text messages with his girlfriend in 1 month. Didn't go over well. I actually got reduced. I got his bill reduced from $1,500 down to $500. He was actually thrilled. I was like, man, he's still $500. They were 100% cheaper. I mean, God, remember those days? I remember unwrapping a 28.8 modem. Actually, maybe even a 14.4. I'd have to look, but I know I've unwrapped a 28.8. It was amazing. Ladies, did you call for a fire? Here's the two ladies right there. They've got some housekeeping they want these men to do. Tell you what, I saw a guy with one of those early on. Back when, let's see, in 2007 is also the year, to my knowledge, that I remember. You might have to check, but it was pretty close when they went from when they shut down analog. And the reason why I remember that, I had a guy bring in a StarTAC phone, which I don't know if you remember the Motorola StarTAC phones. Oh, okay. So they're already doing a photo op. I was wondering if they were going to do it. This is a rare photo op that I don't see enough people do. Like, I would do wedding photos in front of it, and I never see wedding photographers in front of here. Yeah. But the StarTAC phone back in the day, it was Motorola's first flip like that, and it was $2,500. $2,500 back in like '95.
Hey, so you'll park on the north end of the parking lot. The gate opens, you gotta keep it there. Okay?
I guess that makes sense if they're doing this weekend. It's probably, I'm sure this is probably for the October 1 festival. It would make sense. Oh yeah. Man, that would be a slow fucking marathon, wouldn't it? It's a 5K, but we're gonna be out here 12 hours. Bro, just point me in the direction of the finish line. I got this. Oh fuck! I was when I worked for at the time in 07. Okay, I was working for 4G Wireless, which was an independent company. Back then, they had 4 prices for cell phones. Okay, you had your new Verizon was doing their new every 2 contracts, so you could get a phone for next to nothing or free because you were getting all the bonuses off the new contracts as an independent store. So you had the price of what an independent store could offer. Like if you had, let's just say an iPhone, just blank iPhone, it might be $1,000 offered at your store. It might be, hold on a second, I have my puzzle. Sorry, I forgot to do my morning TikTok puzzle today. Anyway, if the phone was $1,000 from a direct or from an indirect store, it might be $600 from a direct store. It might be $500 from online or not online, but over the phone telesales, and then it'll have a 1-year contract sale. So you have your new every 2, your 1-year contract, your indirect price, and your direct price. And that's how cell phone pricing worked back in the early 2000s. That fucking confused everybody. And once they went to unlimited plans and started having more control, or the companies had more control, now they offer the prices wherever. So the prices became more stable, but it was pretty fucking crazy for a while. Yes, beepers, man. Those were the days. I miss beepers. I swear that I honestly believe that there should be some type of uprising, some anarchic uprising that would be all on analog. Like they decide to just buy up all of the dark fiber and shit that's just being left behind in these systems, in these infrastructure systems, and use it. Well, I guess today we're gonna find. I hope we don't have to find out if they're faster than speeding bullets. Oh, hey, good morning. Oh, very cool. No shit. I might look at that. Unlimited everything work. Can you bring your own phone? I've been looking at something else than Verizon. Verizon, I've had a lot of perks with Verizon. Being able to have a Shurian through Verizon for my cell phone, like I'm really only paying $100 a year now, and I get a new cell phone basically every year. Until Samsung comes up with a better Samsung Flip, the performance statistics on them have been the same since Model 4. The only thing that's changed is the front screen, better megapixels, all that shit. I don't need that. I mean, right now I can film in 4K. The fuck do I need to worry about it? You're more limited by the infrastructure than you are the capabilities of the device nowadays. It's a marathon. Vegas Strong 5K. I got some characters in here, like this is probably way bigger than I have. My thumb is not on the pulse of happenings in Vegas. I just stumble across shit. That's why I don't look anything up. Wow, that's like a Disney-looking princess too. You know, if I'd have known about it, I probably would, because I could just grab my battery pack, and I'm already parked in my spot over here. So it's not like I can't hang out for a minute. Go into the tunnels for us? Oh, okay. Maybe on my last stream. It's apparently starting in 47 minutes. You guys want to hang out and watch it begin? You can hang out and watch the takeoff. It's the Vegas Strong 5K. It must just be around the block or something. If they're going that way, and they'll probably come back this way. Yeah, this is Fremont. I mean, that would have been the night. Go downtown, 4 or 5 a.m., have tacos, drink beer all night, then come out and do a 5K. That's a fucking partier for you. What'd you do last night? Dude, we left you at the park on Fremont last night at 4:30. What the fuck happened? Well, dude, I got tacos. I went out and got some donuts. And I was like, well, fuck, they got a 5K, so I had to walk that shit off. I mean, you could effectively do that. I mean, I see. You look fit. Man, I'm glad I parked down here early because I guarantee no one's going to be able to park where I am. You guys want to hang out? I'll grab my charger. We'll hang out and check this shit out for a minute. Nothing's starting. I'll grab my charger, water, come back in. It looks like it's going to be a big deal. See how many photo bombs we can get into. So I'll go grab. I'm gonna grab my charger real quick. See, the problem with having events like this downtown is because you've got to kind of worry about the homeless population, that too, and also it's supposed to rain today. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to see happens, because these rain clouds are looking full. It's the Vegas Strong 5K marathon today. I'm assuming for the October in remembrance. Got a wizard over here. See, all creeds are showing up today.
They locked you in?
Morning, Father.
The city I once knew as home is teetering on the edge of radioactive oblivion. A 300,000-degree baptism by nuclear fire. I'm not sorry. We had it coming.
Misty, what was your question again? Thank you for the gifts and likes. Thank you for reminding me. I was just contemplating the fact that I just saw a pastor here. I don't know if I should take that as a harbinger of bad news or what. But I'm sure there are going to be a lot of churches that are going to be a little empty this morning. That's why everyone's doing the turnout down here for the 5K. You're like Stewart in Mad TV. Look what I can do. I want to do it by myself. Stop it. Stop it. I want to do it by myself. Look what I can do. All right, let me get my battery pack here. Weather is about 70, 75. Humid as fuck for us out here. Oh, sweet. I bet that was a great show. I was like Santana. He definitely known for his style. Had one of his own. Where the fuck did I put my... There we go. All right. $100 on black. Go for it, man. Let me know how it works out. I always bet just random birthday shit, as if there's some significance. And who's to say there's not when it works? Okay, here we go. All right, plugged in, ready to go. That's the cool thing about having pants with pockets. I always wanted to start a line of panties for women with a pocket out the front. Just call it pussy pocket panties. Don't gamble in Vegas, but maybe it was. I don't know. I've always said, if you ever eaten rice all your life, would you ever have a taste for steak? If you haven't learned to gamble or have no interest in gamble by the time you're 25, it's probably not going to be your thing. My kids aren't going to give a shit. They don't care at all. Actually, they're pretty, because of my drug use, not that I would ever condone such a thing, and I hopefully don't get banned for saying it once. I mean, I partake around the house. I don't like sit there and blow smoke in their face, and they're usually in their rooms anyway, so it's not like there's any cross-contamination they're getting. Wifey's got, you know, got her gummies and I've got mine, and that's kind of our night, and the kids are in their rooms. The kids are kind of great like that. Wow, where the fuck are these people parking? They're doing a marathon walking down the street. Holy shit. I'll bet you, I am sure, I haven't been down here long this morning, so I've maybe walked a mile or two. I could easily do a 5K this morning, I think. Maybe the next one. Well, damn. I'm very tempted. Wifey, it would take a couple hours, that's a problem, and Wifey and I did have plans this morning. They look so stale when they do pictures like that. Like, it looks like the photographer is giving him directions. Go, all right, good. All right, smile, good. You know, it's not. There's no engagement going on. It's a fucking boring middle management executive photo. Yeah, this is. I mean, I don't know if I would even do it in front of the gate. Are we close to the sphere? Yes. The sphere is right here, see? They just kept it off for now, but you can see it. He looks so rigid. He doesn't even look comfortable. That's if I had to do over again, I'd probably be a photographer. I could direct someone better to relax. He looks so bored. We get a lot of photogs out here that make side money doing executive headshots and shit, and they're garbage. They look so detached, so disingenuous. Exactly. 100%. You're not trying to tell them fucking major jokes. You've had a conversation. You're like, all right, now just imagine if you're looking at this. You know, you feed them impressions, something to look at, to get that facial reaction. You get them to relax. This is like he's getting ready to go to trial. I mean, he looks like he's ready to go defend himself against some allegations, is what he's doing here. And he's trying to get his name in like a local paper to make sure they have a better side of him. He looks hot. Do you want me to go up and tell him that? Hi, I'm streaming. We have your new fans here. He looks like he's 25 and has no idea what the world is like, is what he looks like. Yeah, he could be. He could just have that. He could be a criminal mastermind underneath. You pretty much have to be to succeed in this town. But he hasn't moved his stance on his feet in the last 20 shots, though. Dude, like, relax against the cage or against the bars. You know, interact with your surroundings. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I mean, or come over here where the broken ones are. No interest. The guy looks like he's got about 3 brain cells left, all fighting for a thought. He's doing the weird side thing too. That's how you know. It's just like, what am I going to talk to him about? He probably paid this guy hundreds of dollars to come out in this morning and do this for him. By the way, you're not supposed to wear brown shoes like that with a blue suit. You're supposed to wear red shoes, not tan shoes. Moron. Exactly. Well, he's holding in a fart. He's like, oh my God. It's like he's on a first date and he's trying to hold the fart. They're towards the end of the date and he's after dinner and he's been holding it the whole night. I'm just waiting for him to do like the chin or like the arm up to the chin pose. Like the thinking man pose, the arm up to the chin. I'm waiting for that. Yeah, he looks like he's constipated, waiting for the relief. We're going to watch it from different angles and see if they catch on. I know the photogs looked a couple times at me when I was over there. But it was funny. He's going to demonstrate for him what he should be posing as. Oh, there he goes. You know, think you're like a superhero. You know, like, imagine it's a high school and you're hanging out there. There you go. That's it. That's love right there. Oh, baby. We could just God. I know, it should make it. I mean, this is the most entertaining part of the morning, just trying to watch this guy have a middle management photo shoot. That's the most impressive part. True, job market is tough. I have a feeling that I got a feeling that this is probably going into a magazine, or actually, you know what? It might just be going on his LinkedIn profile. This could be a LinkedIn profile. 100%. Hi, you've just started now as a... He looks... what do you think he looks like? He looks like he could be like a food and beverage supervisor. Maybe... yeah, like food and beverage. He's or marketing. Maybe he's a new marketing rep, and he needs to go out and get headshots. I'll look at Las Vegas Weekly and see if anything shows up, because this is clearly, there's a lot of effort going on here. And he's still doing that, like he has barely moved to the other side. Does not look comfortable. He might be a new lawyer. Like, it could wind up, he could be on a billboard somewhere by the end of the week. Yeah. Well, I'm going food and beverage, law, or, yeah, food and beverage or law. Maybe marketing. I mean, marketing, he could be a host. He could be like a casino host. He kind of has that look. That, you know, young white man, who would not trust him at a casino? Do I have anything better to do? No, that's why I'm here. Do you have anything better to do than to ask? I'm surprised they don't use this more, by the way. There are dozens of dogs here today and nobody's using this park. I feel like those must be where they bury the old ones. I mean, you can see the hills here. This could just be a cemetery. True. Wow, this place got packed quick. All right, we got 28 minutes counting down. I mean, this is why we're here. Hey, the streamers are showing up. I don't feel uncomfortable saying this is these 5Ks are probably the only exercise some of these folks get during out the year. It's not hate speech. I'm just saying it's an observation I'm making based on what they've got here.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I said good morning, everyone. Good morning. Please welcome to the stage your 8 News Now weather anchor, Sherry Swentz.
Here's where she's going to tell everyone it's going to rain and they're going to have to cancel.
Happy Sunday. Happy 2025 Vegas Strong 5K. I am so glad to see you here. I'm Sherry Swentz from 8 News Now. I am absolutely honored once again to be your MC. So happy to see all the great faces here, the excited people, everybody's enthusiastic and ready to gather together again. It's kind of hard to believe it's been another year, but here we are, we're gathered together, and we're coming together to bring our community spirit, our strength, our hope, and the journey for healing continues. So thank you so much for being here together. I'm told by the serious runners in the group that clouds are a good thing. Is that right? Yes. It makes it feel cooler. It is a beautiful morning, and I hope they last. We've had some pretty warm Vegas Strong 5K, so Mother Nature's treating us right today. So here we go. Year number 8. It's hard to believe, but the road to healing continues for so many people. If you've been with us year after year, I thank you for being here, helping others heal. And that journey is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and I think you know that. But we're here to support each other, we're here to remember those 58 angels who were lost that night on October 1st, 2017. That's where our hearts lie, and for those
Divide by
who
1.6.
the survivors,
What, 3.3 miles-ish?
gone through so much.
3.5? Yeah.
And for honoring those victims, honoring the survivors, honoring our first responders who are with us each and every day and face new battles and challenges. And we support them, give them our love, our hearts, and celebrate being Vegas stronger. And we're all here to do that for each other. So thank you so much for being part of that. This Vegas Strong event is a very big part of that. It's taking it step by step, putting your feet one foot in front of the other and continuing that journey. There's so many resources out there. We're going to hear from some of those folks again today that will help you if you're on the road to healing like so many people are. So thank you for being part of that today. 8 News Now is once again proud to be the exclusive media sponsor of this event, and we'll do that year after year as long as the Vegas Strong 5K and folks at Just One will have it. So thank you for that honor.
It's starting to rain. I just felt a drop. I just felt it. This is going to rain here in a bit. No. Kilometers are. That's why kilometers are 1.6 miles. Yeah, it's only got a sprinkle probably, but it's already starting. I don't know. It's been raining like crazy out here the last few days, surprisingly. They're doing a 5K. It's the Vegas Strong 5K.
5K time, but you're also out there with your friends and your community, and that's what this is all about. So I want you to
Yep, here it comes, sprinkling now.
who have been here since the beginning, and they continue.
I am already seeing it on my phone. I'm gonna pull my phone back here a little bit, but
Proceeds from this Vegas Strong 5K event again, year after year after year, is the Resiliency and Justice Center. I'd like to introduce the director, Neil Carrera, who's been with us and continues to work very hard to help heal people and help them with each other.
well, I deal with organics products, so I deal with grams, kilograms, pounds. You know, we deal with a lot. 28.3 grams. You know. I am going to take off though, because it's actually starting to come down raining. It is starting to do more than sprinkling quickly. You can see it already starting to patch up here. It is already getting speckled 20 minutes before they start. So I'm dipping out. Have fun if you catch the 5K. We're going to stand under this tree a little bit. It's going to be coming down hard with all this electronic equipment out here too. That's the sad part. Yeah, you can see it on the ground now. It's probably not going to rain very long, but there are some people that are going to be taking action here very shortly with this electronics equipment outside. Yeah, thank you guys for following along. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'll stay under this tree as long as it's a little bit. Like, I've got plenty of shade right here. This is like the only tree a block away, almost, that has any significant coverage. It's a Vegas Strong 5K. Which one? This one? Irony, the opposite of wrinkly.
And one of my first days at the LVMP Foundation is October.
Hey, good morning, Kelly.
So being here today, connecting education, which is our future, and its freedom.
Yeah, education's our future. If education were our future, Nevada wouldn't spend the shit ton of everything on F1 and everything else that they do. We take some of that cannabis and casino money and start putting it into the schools. I love how they pay lip service, though. The education and that shit. Oh, it's education, it's our future. They don't give dicks about education out here. Please tell me he knows how to drive it. Yeah, California's worse. I mean, Oklahoma's the worst, but we only spend $9,500 a year here. In Iowa, they spend $15,000 to $18,000. Goes a long way per student.
Having the relief of financial aid has granted me the freedom to seek high-level intercultural experiences, like interact with the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Desert Dogs, as well as their Vegas Golden Knights. I am proud to be Vegas born and raised in the city. I am proud to say I'm Vegas born. My pride, my passion, and my excitement.
Sounds like he's doing a speech for valedictorian. Talking about how long he's lived here and everything. Who the hell wears a white polo on a rainy day, too?
Thank you all.
Embrace the rain with Electra. Oh my God, you hear that? It's tears of joy from heaven. Oh, good Lord. Nice save. It's gonna be tears of electric shock if some of these AV guys don't get their shit wrapped up.
Doctors, EMTs, nurses, all of them. We can never do it every day. I want to give a big shout out to Sheriff McNeil over here. I know he doesn't want to be seen, but he's there. And now I'd like to introduce his better half, retired Deputy Chief Kelly McMahill, who is a board member of the Forever One Memorial project. We have to have a place for the community, for Las Vegas, and for
Well,
the
I am getting out of the rain. It's starting to come down more. Have fun with this. Oh, got people right over here. Here, let's see what they're looking at. We can be in the background on TV if you want. Here, we'll just stand there in the background behind there, whatever they're doing, and stream. We'll stream in the background. Just stand right in the view of the camera and stand behind. Oh, I forgot to wave. Wait, there's like a screen here. I could just do different shit as I walk on by. Just do like an America, like party on. Just be the guy at the background. Just do the awkward. Just start doing random shit in the background. And the big guy just. There, I waved. You didn't see it, but I did. Pick your nose. No. Oh, you know what? I'll vape in the background. Hold on. Do a kickflip. Now they'll see me just walking by vaping in the background. I mean, credit for their dedication. As rough as I think it is, that is a pretty cool getup. As rough as I think it is, that is a pretty cool getup. Here's a question: do you think they bought them or made them? They look a little too consistent. They could have 3D printed them. I would give them credit for that. They look like a nerdy group. They look like a bunch of DBAs or something, IT techs.
I want to give a quick shout out to Cynthia Bailey and Michael Taylor, who started this event 8 years ago. This is the 9th year because Cynthia had the vision to start this event.
All right, everyone, if you are down here, have fun. I'm sure there'll be plenty of videos about this today. People streaming while they're going, so I'm getting ready to take off. Have fun. I will see you next weekend with a new phone. Same model. But yeah, the rain, I'm getting the hell out of here for now. So those that are going to be in the rain for a few hours, have fun. I'm going to go home and open up all the doors and windows and enjoy what a rare, cool day in Vegas. And make more beef jerky. So. It's a Vegas 5K. In remembrance, this is the 9th, I think? 9th annual, 8th or 9th annual, from the October shooting. I mean, you can see it's starting to come down a lot here. My phone has got a few droplets on it now. Yeah, I will see you guys next weekend. Probably be down here Friday morning. Oh, I like rain because I'm from the Midwest. My kids and that, they don't know what the fuck to do. A lot of people out here don't know what the fuck to do in rain. Especially drive. Because you have a not insignificant portion of Las Vegas traffic that does not keep their vehicles well maintained. So brakes and everything, and plus you have more oil in the asphalt in Vegas because it prevents dry cracking in the summer. So hydroplaning is much easier out here because of the composition of the asphalt than it would be in the Midwest. Like, there are additional risks that apply to Vegas. That's why it's a lot. Even if you've driven, I don't care how many miles you've driven in the Midwest, you still have to drive out here differently. I bet that street smells amazing with all the fresh rain. I don't know if amazing is the word I would use, because you have to consider that many of these streets double as toilets for the homeless. So the fresh smell that you're thinking of is just, well, like a wet dog with urine and feces. So that's kind of the smell I'm, experiencing and enjoying right now. There's like a area of effect. There's a waft in the air, like I was in some raid campaign in World of Warcraft. It also separates. That's where that's the bike lane. No, it really does. If you go down some of these alleys, you'll regret it. It is a pungent aroma, an odoriferous stench of urine and wet fur. Even the city ordinance or not, there are people that walk their animals down here and don't bother. I've seen adult size feces piles at the end of the nights down here too. I just don't show those on camera. I mean, if you'd like to see it, I'm more than happy to zoom in whenever I walk by it, but I've been trying to save y'all from that type of experience. All it does is it just reamps the smells in the alleyways, is all it does. It's not a pleasant aroma by any means. As someone who's autistic and severely, I guess, amplified sense of smell, yeah. Like from here, this is food waste, oil. I smell gasoline. Yeah, that's what I'm smelling out of this one. Oh yeah, Portland to be simmer. That's okay, I'm not into that. Yeah, I'm not really into the scat viewing, there's places for that, there's websites for that, but no, we don't do that here. All right, everyone, well, thank you for all the likes again, thank you for all the follows. I will be here next Friday. I was on a little late, but it was cool we actually saw the marathon. I'm glad I got to see that. It's cool that some people are getting out on this day, not going to be me. Wifey and I are going to camp it on a couch with some edibles and some beef jerky. So, all right, have a good one, everybody. Enjoy your day. Have a good one.